timing is very good, because that's exactly what I'm going to talk about.
I was trying to say.
I didn't even have to pay you for that either. I would like to zero in on the preparations and the activities of 4th of July with it approaching. I want to make sure everyone understands that the committee that puts this together really works 12 months out of the year, and they've worked very hard. I want you to know who they are. Tanya Wellerman, Edith O'Leary, Lara Pinsopoulos, Gloria Mastro, Betty Pierce, Ellen Manning, and Joanna Purnell, and Steve Tennant is very helpful. Richie Mansfield, Electrical, Fire Police, DPW, Recreation, they're all helpful. And the man that pulls it all together is the chairman of the 4th of July committee, Warren Pierce. He is also the gentleman who spends a lot of time putting the fireworks together and does a great show. The activities will start at noon on both days. There will be fireworks on July 3rd. That is a 15-minute fireworks. And I was told by Warren tonight that that is basically for the younger crowd, children. It has less booms. And the one on July 4th is 38 minutes long. So that is a big boomer. One of the things I want to say is please don't bring any dogs. Dogs cause problems when they get with large crowds, unless you obviously have a seeing eye dog. Something unique this year, instead of going into a big amplifying system, what Warren is going to do is broadcast on a radio station. So from any location in the area, you will be able to hear the music on FM 88.3. And finally, I just wanted to say that we have a celebrity DJ this year. It's Lauren and Wally. Oh no, wait a minute. They wanted money. Can't be Charles Laquadera because he's in Hawaii. I think it's our own Joe Vino. So, was making a return. So I want to thank Joseph and wish him good luck, and I just want to say happy 4th of July to everybody. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. Well, enough's been said about the 4th of July, but it will be a great time now. Warren does a great job down there. Okay. With the reimbursement policy. Mr. Younger, I was just wondering, have we heard anything yet, or where do we stand on the bylaws there for October town meeting? Do we know anything on
Council's drafting both of those up for us.
Okay. I was just wondering where those were. And one other thing I was made aware of, I received a phone call, and I actually looked at it about a week ago, but it reminded me when I drove by it today. Out on Concord Street, it looks like it's in the area of Concord and Hallberg Park. It looks like somebody had driven a no parking sign into the ground out there. Probably one of those businesses. I believe it's on town property. Could we get them to put that back onto their own property? If they want to put it on their own property, that's fine. But it's actually...
When you say on their property, is it on their property out on Concord Street?
No, it's on our property.
No,
It's
but
on-
you're saying they're putting no parking sign. Was it a no parking sign on Concord?
on Concord Street. They have a no parking sign driven in the ground
Okay.
about 3 feet off the roadway. If they want to put that on their lawn, that's fine, because it's their property. It doesn't mean anything, but they can put it there. But they actually have it in the town right away right now.
Should they be putting up a sign that?
Well, we can't stop them. It's just their yard.
If I may, there's no curbing there. It's right near the Wilmington
What is that business?
grain and building and grain.
Well, it's the next building up.
It's the next building up from
It's the
there.
next
Right,
building
but
up.
what's happening is people are parking. There's not enough parking at the building and grain company, so they're parking on the side of it. You can see all the grass is gone.
Which
Okay.
is legal for them to park there. And somebody's put a sign right. They'll see when they go.
We'll take care of it tomorrow.
Okay, thank you. And I would like to, I know Mr. Murphy has an item he's gonna read, but I did just want to mention, we are soliciting for members for the CAB, the Citizen Advisory Board, for the Reading Municipal Light Department. We have received one application, and we are still open and receiving applications on that. And other than that, I wish everybody a happy 4th, and I'll see you down there. Thank you.
That's right, you'll be there.
I'll be there.
Mr. Young.
Just in reference to that, Mr. Chairman, do you wish to put a deadline on applications for RMLD? The board?
If I may.
Mr. Beach.
Just a recommendation, yes, because we would like to get somebody up to speed as soon as possible, because they're very active right now. So I would recommend another 2 weeks. That'd be my recommendation.
Set?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I did it again, I have a list.
Go ahead, Steve.
One of the items, I wanted to read a letter I received from Vincent Cameron. He's the acting general manager at RMLD. I had mentioned in our prior meeting that Hartnell Bartlett had resigned from the CAB. So I received this letter from, again, Vincent Cameron, and I wanted to read it into the record. I received a copy of Mr. Bartlett's resignation from the Reading Municipal Light Department's RMLD Citizens Advisory Board. Mr. Bartlett has been a member of the CAB since it was formed in late 1990. Bart attended his first CAB meeting on January 15, 1991, and was unanimously voted in to serve as the first CAB secretary. On March 23, 1992, Bart was elected to serve as chairman of the CAB, a position he held until June 4, 1998. Bart was a valuable member of the CAB who will be missed, in particular for his ability to understand difficult electric utility issues and make informed decisions on behalf of his constituency. Other CAB members often called upon Bart for his knowledge relating to issues for which they needed guidance. I found Bart to be one of the most honest and hardworking volunteers I have had the pleasure of working with. His integrity is beyond reproach, and his dedication and loyalty while serving as a member of the CAB these past 11 years has been well demonstrated by his input at the CAB and RMLD board meeting. After his retirement, Bart spent his winter months in Florida. However, he had no objection to being conferenced in for the CAB meetings, which lasted well over 2 hours. He always made sure he was kept informed of any issues that may have arisen and would affect the town of North Reading, which was his first and most important priority. I would like to commend the town of North Reading for choosing to appoint Bart to the CAB in 1991. The CAB and the RMLD will miss Bart's knowledge, insight, and dedication. Sincerely, Vincent Cameron, Jr., Acting General Manager. And I wanted to read that into the record because, as I stated when I announced his resignation at our last meeting, I think he's done a great job and served a long time, and he'll be missed. So I wanted to, again, thank him. The MMA meeting, I attended the MMA's conference on June 21st and 22nd with Mrs. Bailey. We had a lot of sessions. It was a great forum, an opportunity to learn and understand firsthand that we are not alone, and that every community is going through most of the same issues. I'll just run down the sessions real quick, and then there's a couple of them that I want to talk about in particular. But there was a nuts and bolts for elected officials, a session on controlling rising healthcare costs, financing capital projects in tight times. We had a speaker after dinner on that evening, and that was Lou DiNatale. He met, actually Tom and I saw him at another conference, but talked about what's on Massachusetts voters' minds. So he had a different spin this time, so it's interesting to see how it changes month to month. And then on the second day, we had a budget review and an MMA legislative preview, as well as a budget review from MMA, and I'm going to go over both of those in a little more detail. And then we had a divide and conquer, because there were concurrent sessions, but there was a session on ideas in revenue generation, and then a session on water planning and protection, and then a session on regionalism. I'd encourage board members to attend these kinds of events if they can. I think it was a great opportunity to meet some folks. One of the items we got there, and I handed this to some of you this evening, and I did give a copy to Mr. Younger. You don't have to pull it out again if you've already put it away. And I just stole Mr. Vino's anyway. You didn't even know it. That's where it went. The DOR has a technical assistance bureau, and I've had some preliminary discussions with Mr. Younger, and as the board knows, we want to change the budget review process. So we may, and I'd like the board, all the board members to take a look at this brochure. It may make sense to bring in some of those folks to provide some insight and some technical assistance at no charge to the community. And I spoke to the gentleman who does the coordination of that, and discussed specifically if we were to focus on a single issue, might it get accomplished in our lifetime kind of thing. So that I just encourage the board to take a look at that and give me your thoughts. There's yours back. Give me your thoughts and feedback on that. Mrs. Bailey, did I miss anything? I'm going to talk about the budget, the state budget in a minute, but just, did I miss anything else?
Regarding the conference overall.
Regarding the
or
conference
DLS.
overall?
No, I think those were
The two other quick items, and then we'll go to the state budget and actually have a discussion about our budget a little bit. We did receive formal notification on purchase of Roe Farm. So community has an opportunity to look at that if they so choose, and I'm not saying we so choose. But we've received that formal notification, so the clock has begun to tick. I know I've spoken with both CPC and HDC, and I know Mr. Younger sent a memorandum as well regarding adding to the police station building committee, so hopefully we can maybe get that on the next agenda. In terms of the budget, let me go over the comments from the MMA conference first. The first set of comments were Kevin Sullivan, Administration and Finance of the state. Looked a little hairy, didn't they? I'm just gonna, in no particular order, but some direct quotes, because I thought they were interesting. He said the state cannot continue to increase Chapter 70 over the next few years. That's a direct quote. They cannot build long-term programs on one-time money, which is really a reference to the fact that capital gains was carrying a portion of the state budget. The good news, which we need to talk a little bit about later on, so we can get through my stuff first. The good news, 03 is not going to be as bad as everyone thought, and some things may be restored. And again, I'll have to say on that performance. Do not, he cautioned, again, direct quote, do not put Chapter 70 in any long-term costs, end quote. Additional Chapter 70 will not stick. That means it's not sustainable on a long-term basis, in his opinion. And these are obviously only the opinions of the speaker, necessarily, while I concur with some of them. He expects that the budget will go to conference committee mid-July,